people we call liberals are not really liberal. The word at some point meant a commitment to liberty. But if you're a liberal flirting with restrictions on the press, you can't call yourself liberal, just like if you're a liberal who supports mass surveillance or wars for profit or border detention camps. The words that we use in politics have become, widely shorn from their actual meanings. Many liberals, or people who claim to be liberal, are in fact centrist authoritarians. There are right-wing authoritarians like George Bush. There are centrist authoritarians like Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. When leftists who champion deplatforming right-wing speech forget U.S. history, and I'm not going to ground this in principles, I'm just going to lay it out in facts. For something like 50 years, the FBI was infiltrating and neutralizing every left-wing group across the United States. And it's not clear to me that COINTELPRO ever ended. Even in the 80s, after the Church Committee investigation, the FBI was still doing it to Latin American solidarity activists. In the 2000s, they were doing it to Muslims and anarchists and earth defenders. It was just, I think maybe last week or the week before that we remembered the anniversary of Fred Hampton being shot. And that's what happens to left-wing voices in this country. And we shouldn't be advocating for deplatforming anybody, because that will absolutely come full circle. And we'll be the first ones targeted, particularly because leftists, I think, are very self-aware that we are confronting capital, and any powers that we confront or that we construct to confront the right wing, they will inevitably be used against us. And I don't even think that's going to take a long time. I mean, I think that the current centrist authoritarians in Congress are frankly very eager to use any new tools against the left, because they recognize that it is the left that threatens them more than the right. And it's one reason why I think leftists should be more committed to our own rights. We don't see ourselves standing in the shoes of the people who we are proposing to deplatform. And at the end of the day, we see the difference. I'm sure the right wing sees the difference. The centrist authoritarians don't see a difference, and they don't frankly care. All they see is threats to power. And we have to acknowledge that any powers that we allow the government to have to silence or suppress or limit the reach of speech, they will inevitably be used as equal opportunity weapons to silence critics in all directions. And that's something that critics in all directions should share an interest in stopping, not welcoming.